Three Grumpy Kings.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Born Ready podcast, where we have no idea what we're doing.
I was born to be mild.
Yeah.
I was nearly aborted.
What do you mean, Neely?
Well, I survived it. That's what I mean. Just crawled out the bucket.
And I nearly had something to say there, but I
I
never.
was born slippy.
Yeah.
So
And that's all we've got for gaming news for this week. It's been emotional. Get out me fucking house.
this week is the Helldivers podcast.
You're damn right it is.
I haven't even played it.
Good. That makes it even better.
No,
You don't deserve it.
Yeah, it's not for you.
It's a game of so high a caliber.
It's called Helldivers brackets, not for Hal.
Alright.
I'm going to find the theme tune now because we won't get any copyright trouble for it. Seeing as though it's on everybody's Let's Play podcast ever.
Well, I'm going to just stand and spin.
Yes, Dancing Queen. Do you know that thing I always used to do on Battlefield where I would make up bullshit trophies to idiots
Yeah.
and then talk them into doing it and like give the trophy like a ridiculous, you know,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. Well, obviously I was on Helldivers with my mate Sin, who used to be present when I used to do that, right? And him and Cooper were like, oh, if you spin round 25 times on your shit with your right stick, you get a trophy called Dancing Queen. And I was like, fuck off, no you don't. And I wouldn't do it. And then I went on the next day, and when I was logged on my own, I was like, well, I can try it now, and if it doesn't work, and they ask if I've done it, I'll just say, nah.
Well,
But it is actually a real trophy. So there you go, but it's awesome.
Gary used to be a shit for that as well, didn't he?
Yeah, well, that me and Gary were the two who did it the most. I'm just going to put some background on for the podcast.
Delivering a slice of justice.
Yeah. How would you like a nice cup of liberty?
Yes.
That's actually one of the lines as well. How about a nice cup of liberty? Great. So it's a top-down third-person shooter. It's very much in the style of XCOM, if not for the fact that it isn't turn-based.
Yeah.
It's very real life-like, isn't it? I mean, we both killed by an American in a friendly fire incident.
Me, Cooper and Sin obviously being an American, and Sin's killed us both, yeah.
So, yeah, it's very
So
good.
yeah, it's when art reflects life or life reflects art. Now there's a debate. I'm enjoying this. Are you enjoying this music, Hal?
It's very uplifting.
It is. Don't you wish you could be online now?
I'm ready for battle.
I am. I'm ready to go.
Oh no, shit, the servers are down, never mind.
Ah, the fucking servers. Hang on. Zip. Ah! I'm sick of them. I'm fucking sick of them.
So while the servers are down, why haven't you been playing World of Tanks? Or have you just fucked that off?
I've enjoyed a few rounds of World of Tanks, actually. No, I haven't just fucked that off.
I was going to say how it would be very contrary of you to like basically
but
tell us the
World-
wonders of the World of Tanks.
World of Tanks is no Helldivers.
I'll take you through it. Imagine a world
Right.
full of tanks.
Right.
What's not to like?
Are we talking tanks as in like weapons of war or as in like containers of water?
Both.
Right.
I haven't found any containers of water yet, but the game's so thorough, I'm certain they're in there.
Imagine that game where you just fill up containers of water.
Yeah.
World of Tanks.
Where you just go around and, I don't know, replace
Put
boilers.
fish in them.
There's some games that are that tedious that because
Farming simulator?
No. I've seen the one that tops that. Lumberjack Simulator. I shit you not. It's
See,
coming out
that
PS4.
sounds way better than Farming Simulator.
I know. Listen, I know.
Do you want to wear women's underwear?
Yous give me
It's like
loads.
Dear Papa.
Which one was the one where you were like the dad showering and stuff? Can you remember that simulator game?
Yeah, but it's not really a simulator so much as it is just a stupid flash game. It's just called Showering with Your Dad Simulator.
It's ridiculous. But you know, you always hammer me about gaming news because I never accrue any.
Yeah.
This is how I haven't even tried for the last 2 or 3 months. But,
You don't
You mean since we started?
no, in the early days when we started, what would happen is I would be right.
You do fuck all.
No, I would go like this will be my process. right, them two bastards giving me shit for never bringing anything to the table, even though I have. I mean, I've brought guns and shoes.
You did, actually, in fairness. You did bring bullet shooting shoes.
Yeah. But,
Shoe shooting bullets.
anyway, Cyberpunk, we were talking about
Yeah.
that. But anyway, in the early days, the process went like this. I am going to find something. I'm sick of them who giving me shit for never finding anything.
Well deserved shit though.
Picked up tablet. I didn't say it wasn't. Picked up tablet, opened Google, typed
Searched for porn.
searched for porn, had a couple of wanks,
Fell asleep.
forgot what I was doing, went to sleep, woke up,
Fell asleep covered in jizz.
Peeled self off couch.
woke up, thought, oh yes, I was going to find some gaming news. Thought about searching for porn. Willie was still too tired. Googled gaming news.
Noticed that you'd accidentally hit the dog with your jizz. Had to clean
hit
it off.
search parameters for like this week, and I would just get like a list of tedious fucking mediocre shit, and then I would just put my tablet down. That's pretty much what happened. I'd be like, nah, I don't care about
Yeah,
that.
you have to sift through the
But,
shit.
but that shower and dad thing was like one of the things that strikes me when it was like, it was one first or second hit on Google, and I was like, what the fuck's this? And then I thought, I'm not equipped for this, but Hal and Michael are, so I'll leave that to Hal and Michael.
What, like we're experts at showering with our dads?
Yes,
Is that what
you
you're
are.
saying?
Yes, you are. Michael, you've showered with lots of dads.
I think basically what
Yeah,
you were
but not
trying
my
to
own.
say is you saw that and thought, that's enough internet for today.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
What has humanity come to?
Yeah. Yeah. But I have took to spending some time in some bad places on the internet lately, like deliberately provocative YouTube comments and stuff. I do enjoy if the few flame wars, chucking the odd grenade in here and there.
I've been enjoying life outside of the internet. I say enjoying, I mean tolerating patiently until my internet turns back
I've
on
also,
the 12th.
Kaylee was rocking about in a pair of jeans and a lumberjack shirt yesterday, and was getting mildly pissed off at us when I told her that we should create some Anita Sarkeesian fetish porn. That would have been dabbling on the internet, wouldn't it?
Have you heard what Anita Sarkeesian has done lately?
Nothing.
Oh, you
For a
mean
change.
the thing about her saying she's got threats and she's quitting the internet?
No, the Twitter thing.
Has she changed her mind about quitting the internet?
I don't know the whole story because I was bored after I read Anita Sarkeesian. But there's a right-wing blogger, okay, who's had his, you know when you get verified on Twitter?
Oh,
like all the
yeah,
celebrities Twitter.
Milo
Yes.
Yiannopoulos, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Yiannopoulos, yeah, she's
And it's all pretty much down to her and the guy who works at Twitter that fancies the arse of her.
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically the size of it, because it's an unprecedented case. See, this I do spend time in because I'm quite well up on like all of these kind of people.
That Milo guy's a fucking hero,
He's a
though.
legend.
He's a legend.
But he's the first person to have his like official status removed from him.
He was also suspended for like a week or something.
And here's where I'll correct you a little bit. He's not hard right wing.
Well, that's what I read in there.
If anything, well, yeah, this is exactly the problem with the British media, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's actually right on certain issues and mainly centre left on his personal politics. He just happens to be a homosexual white man who has pointed out and observed the many prejudices against heterosexual white men. He also points out the hypocrisy in the social justice warrior attempt to redefine the term racism.
Yeah.
Because there's currently a social like justice push to say racism is only privilege plus power, therefore only whites can be racist, white men, white straight men to be specific. And he also is opposed to words like cis for cisgender,
Yeah.
because it's all part of like a bigger conspiracy to like normalise the not normal, whereas normal isn't an offensive word. But if you use the word cis, it implies that to say normal is offensive, and all normal is in mathematical interpretation is most common occurring. So in other words, a heterosexual is normal, a non-heterosexual is not normal, and his position is this: he is gay and classed as not normal, but not normal is not offensive or a criticism or anything like that. It is merely and purely a descriptor. So he kind of fights these kind of corners a lot. He's also
He's a stand-up guy.
took the piss a lot because there's loads of scholarships and finance available in the USA, in England and Europe for getting into university, for example, just because you happen to be black.
Yeah.
Or because you happen to be a lesbian or whatever. So he wants to set up a fund. He's been taking the piss saying he's going to set up a fund
For straight white
for
guys.
straight white working class men, because, and he can prove this with facts, he always goes into arguments with facts. That's his big thing that he likes to tout, you know, being a journalist.
They're like the least represented demographic.
And he said, well, it's not that they're the least represented demographic, they're the most oppressed, they're the most suffering, they're the most failed in education, they're the highest suicide rate in the world. Do you know what I mean? And they're under fire, he thinks. So he speaks out a lot, fully in support of white working class men. Bearing in mind, he's upper middle class gay.
Yeah.
He just has a mind of the kind of person who is aware of being detached from the issue as you analyse it and looking at things objectively and understanding them intellectually. So, to be honest, he's a bit of a fucking current hero of mine.
Aye. I start like after because it's when I was on there before and you.
Tell me about him.
Yeah, I can't remember who you had on who mentioned him or something. I think it was a Sargon video. But I started following him on Twitter after that.
He's a fucking hero, mate.
But
He's an absolute legend. So I'm glad that Anita Sarkeesian and them are going after him, because he hits hard. You know what I mean? Publicly he hits hard.
And
So
this is the thing, given how that's the first I'd heard of him. The only thing it's going to do is push him further into the spotlight anyway.
Well, also though, there's the whole deplatforming thing going on. Richard Dawkins got deplatformed recently
yeah.
by feminists for I know this is off the subject of gaming, but for reposting the Sci 10 Atheist video, and it was about that big red feminist, the one who screams "fuck off" and "I'm rich, he's horrendous,"
Aye.
and he didn't realise it was aimed at a real person anyway. Even though he didn't make the video, he just reposted, thought it was funny and agreed with it. It's a video that draws parallels between Islam belief system and feminist belief system as ideologies, and he reposted it, and they've gone after him, and he's been deplatformed. Where that does tie in though now is all these fucking social justice warrior idiots who've targeted gaming for some bizarre reason over the last 2 or 3 years. They've targeted the gaming culture because, you know, those dangerous, vile gamers.
Well, that's the thing though,
Right.
like, for at least in terms of the public perception, they're an easy target.
Yeah.
Because they're under the assumption that we all fucking like live at home, have neck beards, we're in our
Live in
fucking
a
early
basement.
30s, live in a basement and subsist entirely on pizza.
And little do they
Cheetos
know
and
that I'm in my
Mountain
late 30s and can't grow a proper beard. Ha ha! So, but anyway, what's happening now, it's that whole thing about any bad idea will eat itself up.
Yeah.
So, like, they've pushed and pushed to get all this stuff into the spotlight, and now it's in the spotlight, and everyone who's just of a normal way of thinking is shining a light on it and going, you're a bit of a fucking lunatic, aren't you? So it's kind of like maybe we'll get left alone for a bit, like the gaming community and stuff now, because it's beyond a joke. But I don't care. I kind of don't care. I find them funny. So when I go on YouTube and stuff, those are the kind of people I provoke. You know, I do it on purpose. So it's just funny.
So, thanks Anita.
Yeah. No, but honestly, right, I do say thanks, because it's that whole thing is, if you want a fucking bad idea to defeat itself, just let them talk.
Yeah.
It's that whole thing about, if they come out with enough profoundly stupid things, they'll do the opposition's job for them. So I knew it was going to be her, you know. I knew it was going to be her. And this will be tying in with that retiring from the internet because of stress. Because she'll be like, fuck, he knows who it is now and he's going to go after me. And he's way more liked and way more popular than her.
I don't understand how anyone can take her seriously after she claims that she's got post-traumatic stress disorder from the internet, or is that someone
That
else?
was someone else.
That was someone else.
But Anita Sarkeesian's latest offering was that Tropes versus Women shit, where she did, we talked about it last week, where she did the thing about bums in gaming.
But it's like, how can that's the thing? Oh no, it's too stressful. I can't do this. But like, I mean, it ties in with that other wife who apparently has PTSD, because it's like,
From Twitter.
yeah, from Twitter, it's like, yeah, it's so stressful. Like,
She should try and go
doing
in
fuck all,
Afghanistan or something.
because she's done fuck all. She made 7 videos last year, and that's all. That was her work for the year.
Well, they have a business model. Like Brianna Wu is a prime example of it.
Yeah.
Noted, cough cough, game developer Brianna Wu.
I'm pretty sure if we could get away with doing 7 podcasts a year and getting paid millions of quid to do it, we'd fucking do it.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that.
The way she went about it, I wouldn't do though. Like it's what they do is when they know they've got a video coming out or something like that, or say their Patreon has dropped off significantly, they deliberately go and like troll bait and fan flames, gaslight I think's the term that the kids
Yeah.
use nowadays. So they'll go on a forum of people who hold an opposing view to them and gaslight them. And then they watch all of the counter comments come, and then they pick snippets of the nastiest ones and repost them, and then they shout, "I'm being harassed and threatened online.
Yeah.
Pity poor me. I'm a victim of gamers, misogynistic gamers. Shit, you know what I mean?" And then the Patreon clicks up and up and up again, and the video comes out. You know what I mean? And it gets loads of hits because poor little Anita Sarkeesian or Brianna Wu, whoever it is, who's like plodding away through all of this, fighting the good fight just to make games a little bit more moral. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just absolute dog shit. It's pure dog shit. And that's
What's insulting is they know exactly what they're doing and they're
well, that's
rinsing
my
money
point.
out.
Of course they know what they're doing. But you get idiots like fanboys and fangirls who are like, well, my favourite, the male feminists, the ones who would never ever pull, ever. I liken them to that guy who, when you were kids, I mean, as adults we don't have them so much now. When you were teenagers, right, you always had one in your set of friends, didn't you, where as soon as one of you split up with your girlfriend, he was there.
He was honest.
And he was like, I'll be your shoulder to cry on. Here, I'll help you through it.
Oh, he's such a bastard.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And I see these, like, male feminist guys, like, what's his name?
Fucking white knight and fedora wearing fucking pansies.
The worst one, there's that guy who I used to like, that it's Steve Shives, that's him. And he's married a feminist, hasn't he? And now he's like, my music collection says, she says that's sexist, and so it is. Me DVD, honestly, like, here's the thing, though, this is the thing that all of them miss, which frustrates the life out of me, right? Especially if you're talking about fiction, works of art, like a game, right? I'll put that game in, fully aware that I'm about to enjoy a fictional work of art purely made for entertainment purposes. Do you know what I mean? It's like to say, oh, he's playing a violent video game or it's a misogynistic video game. I don't agree that they are misogynistic necessarily, inherently. But even if they were, so...
Exactly.
Because
It's not real life.
Because I can read a great piece of work from the 18th century,
Yeah.
a novel, and I can guarantee you that'll be inherently misogynistic because of the time frame, but that doesn't mean I'm then going to walk away and directly reflect the opinions of that author.
Yeah, like this is the thing. No, like for the other side of the story, no one's complained about that though. I mean, look at that. I can't remember. It's like Anne Rice's fucking other fucking author name, and she wrote like the Sleeping Beauty ones, didn't she? Where it's basically just it was essentially 50 Shades of Grey set in Sleeping Beauty mythos, and it's full of fucking filth and like, you know what I mean, and about people getting raped and shit, and it's got like black slaves like raping women and stuff in, and but no one's kicking up about that.
Well, look at 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
Are
It's
those
about-
fucking pineapple?
the crazy sour ones.
Them yellow ones?
I don't know.
So,
Yeah.
I think
Sorry to go off topic.
Let's have a
50
look.
Shades of Grey. I've actually read the first 2 pages. Did you know that? My cousin had the book, so I picked the first 2 pages up and read the first 2 pages, right? And never have I seen such. Honestly, it was like being on a fucking chav's Facebook wall. The fucking it was awful. There's even typos in the first 2 pages, typos, grammatical errors, spelling errors,
Yeah.
all over the place. And it was literally just like the insight into a fucking downtrodden fucking chav's mind. And here's the thing, GTA, right? Where it's got that advert on the radio station where it's like, I never used to read, I never used to masturbate a lot. Now I fucking beat myself, you know what I mean? The woman who's on about the book, the parody of 50
Yeah.
Shades. Yeah, it's got like, all I want out of life is a rich millionaire to piss on me. But this is the thing. Idiots would look at that and go, see, GTA's misogyny. It's like, no, it's actually a parody
Yeah.
and it's a pastiche and it's an observational piece of humour on current social culture. It's actually ripping the piss. It's the joke itself is saying the opposite. It's not saying this is a good thing. It's saying if you are this person, you are a dick. That's the joke. But because the humour's subtle, idiots don't get it.
Yeah.
Like all these people who attack gamers and stuff like that. What I've
As
noticed,
if you're putting all the yellow ones back.
what I've noticed, right, is I had this conversation with you the other night about the song China Girl, David Bowie.
Yeah, you did.
Right? Because David Bowie's under fire because someone accused him of rape in the 70s and he got cleared, by the way, so he was actually proven innocent. Don't let a fact stop a good story though. So now it's like you can't really celebrate his life because he got accused of rape once. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking.
And
It's,
you got cleared because
Exactly.
actually, it turns
But-
out
but-
he shouted surprise before.
but exactly. But here's the thing, right? Fucking China Girl. This is. I'm going to use China Girl. It's not a game, but it's still related to gaming in the way that I'm going to use the example. Right?
Let's hurry up and get back to game.
This is still gaming. It's still gaming.
It's a pretty big tangent, like.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Because it's still about gaming. It's about the people who criticise it and talk shit. Because here's the point, right? The song China Girl, in the video, there's a bit where David Bowie pulls his eyes back to do slanty eyes. Right, and if you listen to the song, you know what the song's about. It's about Tiananmen Square. It's about the atrocities she's seen. I'll give you television. I'll give you eyes of blue. She doesn't give a fuck about any of that
I'll give you a
trite
PlayStation.
shit. She doesn't care. Do you know what I mean? That's why she's going shh in the song. Because, like, look, you're a fucking sheltered, naive dick. That's the whole purpose of the song. And he has to do this to play the character, to show the person he is. Now, if you had that in a game, for example, right, these critics of gaming look at it on such a childlike and base level. Oh, hang on, he did Chinese eyes, he's racist. Nothing to do with context. Nothing to do with, like, the reason he did it. The commentary, the artistic commentary behind doing it. So, let's say if you have a game where they use the word nigger, right? GTA, another example, because it's in all the fucking rap songs on all of the stations. Right? So, here's the thing. Well, GTA's got the word nigger in it. They look at it in such a binary, childlike understanding of racism, sexism, misogyny, you know what I mean? They look at it through such black and white, like immature, retarded fucking lenses. So I can't wait. I want people like her to blow up more and say stupid things. I want Brianna Wu to start talking more shit. I love it when they do it because it just shines a light on how fucking stupid they are and it brings gaming to the forefront more. You know, but rant. And I know you don't always agree when I go on these tangents, but to me, this is gaming. It's gaming related.
Just to go back to 50 Shades of Grey for just a moment, have either of you seen the college humour video of Gilbert Gottfried reading 50 Shades of Grey?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the best things ever on the internet.
Yeah.
The front wall of my vagina!
That was a good impression.
How then, Michael? Bit of gaming news, young'un.
I haven't got anything.
Awesome.
That was my impression of you. No, but
That was fucking uncanny. Mate, for a second there, I thought I'd swap seats.
do you know what the biggest selling console of all time has been?
All time.
Mhm.
PS1,
No.
Atari 2600.
Yes.
There was one or the other.
Did you know when the Atari 2600 was discontinued?
80,
2001.
89.
1992.
Oh, I wasn't far off.
How crazy is that?
It's awesome.
It was still being made up until 1992. I didn't know that. Well,
I knew it was later
discontinued
on.
just before the PS2, apparently. No. No, I'm lying.
It's a fucking great console, mate. It's a classic.
92.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
92, that's not. That can't be PS2 era.
No, it's not. I was reading a different headline as I was reading that as well.
I'm sure like 98 was the N64 or something, so.
You're right. You're a fan of Binding of Isaac, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know what?
He likes the game Binding of Isaac.
Why?
Is this the when the DLCs come to the PlayStation?
No, it's just saying
No.
it was on the Apple Store for a while.
Yeah, but it got pulled.
It
Yeah.
got pulled because, oh shit, where's it gone? Yeah, violence towards or abuse of children is not allowed.
Yeah. It's the same reason why the guy who made it, Edmund McMillan, was pushing to get it on the Wii U
I've
as
got
well.
one very quick thing to say about that. See previous rant.
Yeah. But the guy was trying to get it on the Wii U, but Nintendo are like crazy strict about shit like that as well. Like they don't want it out like that, so it never got done. Which is weird if you think that Nintendo are like that, because if you go back to like the Wii, I can't remember what it was called. You might remember. It was like a black and white game, and it was ultra fucking violent. I can't remember what it was called. Dude had like a chainsaw. He used to fight other crazy dudes.
Oh,
I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know what that is.
But it
yeah.
was
You
only
would dismember people and shit like
yeah,
that.
but it was only on the Wii. And like everyone was like, "Wow, this game's like so hardcore to be on like a fucking Nintendo console."
So the Division, the guy who's making the Division, have said that they will sell more stuff to us as games in the form of DLC, but there won't be a pay to win or pay to get better gear or pay to get more Dark Zone credit.
Good. Old school DLC then. Good.
I pre-ordered the Division.
What are you going to do with the armband?
Wear it.
I'm gonna wait.
I've got mine.
Pride.
I've got mine pre-ordered.
Yeah, but you don't have a tank lease signing pen to put in the
I
armband.
don't.
do you?
I don't know.
I do. Mine's coming. I've got my watch. I've got my armband. I've got
Maybe
my
I'll have to
pen
get
on
one.
it.
I'm just going to buy the game. I think. I
You
don't
can't,
really.
You can't. You can't. If
I
I've got
don't
one,
really
you
do
can't copy
pre-orders
me.
anymore. To be honest, I'm kind of through with that whole thing.
Well, see, I'm still thinking about cancelling it.
I want the watch.
Yeah.
I love
The thing
watches.
is, though, is if the game's shit, it's going to be a very expensive watch.
Well, I've seen, I haven't played the beta, but I did watch one of my online friends. I watched his stream on Twitch for a while him and Jason played it, and it looks fucking brilliant.
I watched a video the other day somebody had made from playing the beta. It was just, they called it Beauty in Small Things or something, and just random little shit. It just looked amazing, like the guy was shooting a street sign,
Yeah.
and you sort of zoomed in, you saw the bullet holes, and he went round the back, and the bullets hadn't completely come through, like it had just like bent the metal on
Yeah.
the back, and just stupid little.
That's
bits
a
there.
nice touch, because normally what happens, at least not so much now, but like previously, what would happen is you'd just get a bullet hole like
Yeah.
spray on the thing. It wouldn't actually change the shape of the object. It would just have a bullet hole like mark on it.
I've spent a considerable time on Battlefield 3 in the original Operation Metro when I was in an empty server, machine gunning cocks onto the walls. On like when you went in, you know where you shoot the glass panels out,
Yeah.
you could leave like really good precision bullet holes. So what I used to do was get my handgun and just meticulously draw a cock on it. And we mate Richie Prince, who used to play with us, and actually went one time because I knew he was going to be back on in about half an hour, 40 minutes. I drew a precision cock and wrote next to it Richie with an arrow pointing to it.
Yeah.
And I was very, very happy with my work. If only it was the PS4 and I could have screenshotted it, I could have
Yeah.
immortalised that moment forever. So that was good.
Can you remember that critically acclaimed, award-winning game by EA called Titanfall?
Yeah, I recall it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was shit. But apparently, Titanfall 2 is coming to all consoles,
Well,
Yeah, I knew that.
there's a
I
surprise.
knew that.
and it's now going to have a single-player campaign, whereas the first one didn't.
Oh, we're so excited about working with Sony in the future. Translation. Fuck me, it's bombed on the Xbox. We're going to die, we're going to sink, and we're not going to have a business or any jobs unless we shift some fucking units and
Oh.
sharpish.
I've got children to feed. We need to do something.
Exactly. And that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But all they talk about, Titanfall, it's the experience is online.
I
share,
wanted
yada,
to play
yada.
it. I didn't play it because I don't have an Xbox. I wanted to play it. I didn't want to play that
And this
game.
is the thing, though, right? It purely was just an Xbox thing because you can't even say that like it was just like what hindered it was the fact that it was only on one console.
Apparently, the Xbox comms servers have been down for a couple of weeks recently.
Because like look at Bloodborne, that's a PS4 exclusive, and that sold really really well. So basically, Titanfall, it was doubly hamstrung by the fact that I mean you're gonna like probably at least half your market by only being on one console.
This is why I
Well, if
don't
your
get the
console's
whole Tomb
doing
Raider
shit,
thing, because
then,
it's
like-
like, why have they done that? I just don't understand it. It's stupid.
Maybe it's all this shit in terms of like, oh yeah, you'll be exclusive for a year on the Xbox and all that. Maybe that was like drawn up before the game was like
Possibly.
fully developed.
Yeah, because you've got to think about how much money Microsoft have ploughed into it, so that's fair comment, like, actually.
So Crystal Dynamics probably just went, ooh, lovely money, and then it afterwards went, we're like, now they're just looking at the wallet and opening it up, and moths are flying out, and then they burst into tears.
Yeah, and the world's smallest violin starts.
Yeah.
And then they've got,
they-
let's screw Hitman and just make it episodic, make
They
our
look
money.
down, they've got like a small child in a flat cap and shorts with rickets going, Daddy, please can I have a burger? You know what I mean? And he's going,
No, Tim, no, you can't.
no, young Timmy, no burgers for you. Daddy made a mistake.
And then the head of Sony just bursts out of a window, and
You there? What?
yeah, exactly, you get the reference.
Well, so what day is it? It's launch day for Titanfall 2, isn't it?
Go buy some marketing.
Yeah.
Go down there and
Go
buy
to
the
the butcher's
largest
and-
turkey.
I couldn't find a big turkey,
God.
but I did find Titanfall 1. That'll do.
You found the biggest turkey they had. See what you did there? It's good work. Oh, wankers. Do you still play on the Xbox much?
Yeah.
What are
So-
you playing?
Monopoly.
Wild.
Yeah. I
Wild.
use the Xbox for me and Tash like to play Monopoly.
Down my dad's house, if you want. I've got a Monopoly board.
I've got a Monopoly board.
Big question though, which piece is your favourite piece for Monopoly?
It's one of the greens, probably Oxford Street.
No.
Oh.
I mean, thimble, dog, boat, hat.
I'm always the hat.
Hat. I favour the hat.
Car or dog.
Car. Dog's alright. I don't think anyone picks the fucking
The iron.
thimble. or the iron eye.
That's for
Anita
Tash.
Sarkeesian, will be honest.
That's Tash's the iron.
Women being oppressed into picking the iron in Monopoly, how dare they?
They didn't have a mop, so you know that was the next best thing. Yeah, but when I played Titanfall, I've got it for the Xbox, right? And the problem with it is there's fuck all people playing it. So if you want a match, you're sitting in like the matchmaking thing
Yeah.
for ages, and the only single player bit is the tutorial. And as you're playing it, you're thinking this would be pretty sweet if it was one player and I could actually get to play the fucking thing.
The thing is though, is it's like, you can't even say that it's just because the game's been out a while that like people have moved on to new things. And I mean, obviously they have. But my point is like, do you remember when, not even too long ago, when Battlefield 4 came out? Did it come out on PS3 as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like just before I got we got our PS4s, Battlefield 4 came out, and out of the blue I just decided, you know what, I haven't played Bad Company 2 in ages, so I fired it up. And
Servers are still full.
serves like exactly. I was in a match in like 15 seconds, and I thought people are still playing this because obviously it's still a great game. Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
awesome
It's the
game.
best Bad Company.
So it's not even like the
best
age
Battlefield.
of the game. Do you know what I mean?
It's the best
It's
Battlefield.
just the fact that like
People
aren't
want to
playing
play
it
it because it's good.
because there's better things to play.
And therein lies my problem with Helldivers. The fact that it's so fucking good and it's been given away for free. Everyone wants to fucking play it. The servers are just not ready for it.
See, I've mentioned this game in previous podcasts,
Yeah.
saying I
wasn't interested.
want to get it. I think it looks good.
I wasn't interested.
And I always put off buying it. I'm kind of glad I did now because I got it for free.
Yeah. I've been on the. I looked on online today to see if there was any. See if it was my problem. I know a few people have had problems, but I thought, well, is it something? Do I need a patch, or is this something that can do me settings that'll stop us getting booted all the time? I went online and it turns out no, it is just their service. But online, I found this information. You know the communities feature on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I found the Helldivers official community, the Arrowhead community. Like you add Arrowhead, then you go down onto their page, onto communities, and the Helldiver community's there. So I've joined it today, just because I've said, like, I'm a new guy, I'm a noob, and I want to play. But when I was on about flaming earlier, there's a comment underneath where it's like, oh, given away for free, because all this community's been going for ages, and it's all people who bought the game, or mainly people who bought the game. And there's some proper like sour ass bitches on there, because like loads of noobs have got it for free. And the noobs have spoiled our server. You can understand them being a bit like, fucking hell, you know what I mean? But like some of them are really crying about it.
You know the thing is,
so
though,
I've put an inflammatory thing on. Hi, I'm one of the noob guys. Got the game for free, February PS Plus, and looking to play. And it's right above this one guy's comment. Oh, here we go with the fucking noob fest. That's great.
I don't understand what the problem is. Like, if anything, it's going to ensure the longevity of the game.
Yeah.
Now the people are interested in. And if it's like fucking, if you're playing against noobs, then you'll fucking stomp them. So what's the problem?
Well,
you don't
co-op.
want to play, it's co-op. But if it were me, I'd be happy that a game that that hasn't got much recognition that I really liked
Was
was
getting
finally
recognition.
getting,
Yeah.
because that means the development house
Which leads me on
are going to make something good.
to say finally, and remember when we first started doing this, and even before we started doing this podcast, when we first looking at our PlayStation 4s, and they were talking about like indie devs and stuff like that, and how I always said, and I still maintain, I'm supportive of good indie devs.
Yeah.
Now that's put my count up to 2 what I consider quality free games. So that's Helldivers and Styx.
Yeah.
Rocket League.
Rocket League was really good.
Oh, it's all right. It's not my thing. I'll give it. I'll concede this.
It's a good time waster.
I'll say it's
Yeah.
this. It's very good. It's not my thing. Right, but
It's. I'd say it's
No,
a
no,
definition
this-
of a good indie
this
game.
this I think this is. I think Helldivers is. Do you know what I mean?
I mean-
it's great.
Indie in the traditional sense, where like
Yeah.
sort of.
But this is the kind of thing I got excited about years ago. This is the kind of thing where I thought, oh, like some fucking good creative shit.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what they make next.
Yeah.
Which is good because from what I understand, the payout Sony give games companies to make the games free for PlayStation Plus is quite a massive sum.
Good.
So hopefully they, you know.
Well, I hope that they have been well paid for it, and I hope that the recognition pays off because it's fucking good.
I need internet.
If you want, I'll come and grab you someday. Get your PlayStation, bring it up mine, hook it up to the internet, download anything you want, and then I'll drop you back home.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then that way it gives you some games to play whilst you're waiting for your internet to be turned on. And at the same time, you can fix my joypad.
Aye.
You know, so I'm happy. I'm really happy with it. I hope they do get the servers sorted soon. I'm going to put money in the game. I'm definitely going to put money in that game.
I already have. Not much, but I bought a little bit of DLC.
I'm going to buy like the big pass thing. I love the game that much. I'd say I'd go this far, Hal. I like it as much as I like XCOM.
That is saying quite a lot.
I like it as much as I like XCOM.
I say I've been seeing a lot about XCOM 2 lately.
Mate,
and
sorry, go on.
I think I'm going to get it if it comes out on the PlayStation.
Yes, convert.
It's turn-based.
I don't care. It looks amazing.
You'll hate it.
Well, Stick of Truth. That was turn-based. I loved it.
Yeah, I hated it. Well, I just dragged on a bit. I didn't hate it.
What I've
just
been
dragged on.
considering doing though is in the interim period while I'm waiting for them to port it to console. I know, like, we all generally have like pretty much negative feelings towards PlayStation now, but I'm considering using me fucking free week
That's alright. I thought you
to
were
just download XCOM and just hammer XCOM for a week and then cancel it.
I thought you were going to like say you were going to pay for PlayStation
Nah.
Now for a second.
Because they give
Do you know what?
they give you like a free week.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
So
so
I can complete XCOM in a week, no problem.
easy.
You know, Xbox has just announced that they've made Red Dead Redemption and a list of other Xbox 360 games backwards compatible for the Xbox One now.
Have you still got your Xbox 360 by the way?
No.
No, right.
I mean, you know, you got
Why are
Microsoft.
we after it?
I've got one. I was just going to pinch any games off you that you might add.
Nah, go went to Brownie.
Yeah, because I've in my new house, I've got my PlayStation downstairs so I can game on the couch, obviously.
No.
But upstairs, I usually just watch Netflix and stuff, so I need a machine capable of that. So I've got Amy's Xbox 360. But while I'm there, you know,
You on
I might-
Xbox Live?
I'm not sure.
Because you're not playing Netflix without Xbox Live. You've got to pay
Correct, yeah. With
to get past the.
with Microsoft, you have to have Xbox Live to use Netflix and other services. It's not like Sony.
Okay.
How much is Xbox Live?
About 40 quid a year.
I can tell you that. I can pay that.
Just for Netflix. I can give you a Now TV box for free that has Netflix. Oh no, I can't throw it away.
Hmm.
You could buy a Now TV box for 40 quid.
No, you can buy one for a tenner,
Buy one of them then.
I'll do that then.
and it's got Netflix built in.
Oh well, I'll just have the Xbox upstairs anyway. I mean,
And
there's
we
plenty
all
of times I want to go back and
we're
play
drunk,
video
then
game.
when we have your housewarming and we're drunk in your yard,
Where's your
we'll
PS3?
sacrifice the Xbox.
I'll give it to my dad.
Yeah, but what about your PS3?
But he's been like, I mean, up until like I give him that, he was still rocking a PS2. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, Dad, there's a bigger world out there. You need to, do you know what I mean? You need to experience this.
I'll tell you.
So instead of buying him a PS4, you're just like, hey, I have this shit that's going
I've
to
not
break
got that
down.
much money. Do you know?
I'll tell you how much I like this game. Last night I wasn't sleeping very well. It was about 3 a.m. and I actually considered, because I was teaching at 10,
Yeah.
I actually considered.
Fucking them off so you can play
No,
Helldivers.
I wasn't going to fuck them off. What I was going to do was get up,
Stay up.
stay up and just play Helldivers all night and then go to teach.
So more or less fuck them off.
No, I'd have still gone and taught.
Aye, but after 7 hours, your brain would just be frazzled as fuck. You'd be like,
No,
just punch
they
things.
just
Whatever
wouldn't be
you
doing
want to do,
drills.
lads.
They'd be like, I'd have them spinning on the spot,
I bought donuts, just, you know, have your fill.
shooting laser guns and stuff, and like they'd be like, we haven't got any. I'd be like, R1 reload, and what are you fucking talking about?
Have you heard of a game called Ant Simulator?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but
Let me guess. Is this a simulation of what it would be like to be an ant?
I don't know, but it was on Kickstarter, and they've had to cancel it because they reached the goal, and the team have spent all the money on booze and strippers instead of developing the game.
Fancy that, eh? Fancy that. Because that's the first time that's ever fucking happened.
isn't it?
So we need a Kickstarter for our Michael Shakes Fox,
Yeah.
and we can just spend the money on whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Booze and hookers. I
What
think
we
What's
could
the
do?
other idea we had? We had 2 games. What was the other
it was
one?
Michael Shakes Fox, and the other one was even worse. I can't remember. We'll have to listen back to one on the podcast.
There was some sort of simulator, I recall. Or
Can't
was that
remember.
another thing?
I don't think it was as good as Michael Shakes Fox, though.
No. What we could do,
Oh, you kidding? I've just been informed one of me snakes is missing. Just let the cat find her.
And this week on Animal Fights, cat bursting in.
if you, there's, I can't remember, I think it's called like JapaneseBugfights.com or something. And you can just, basically, crazy Japanese people, you put 2 massive fuck off nasty things in a tank and let them battle it out. So if you ever want to see what it'd be like to watch a giant tarantula fight a Hercules beetle, you can. Spoilers, the Hercules beetle knacks it.
Can't believe you spoiled that for us. I was going to watch it.
She'll be in the bedroom somewhere. She'll be under the bed.
Probably.
So yeah, booze and
Probably
strippers.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Who's going to start the Kickstarter thing?
Hard.
What we could do is just like, what we could be smart about it though, what we could do is put like a like more than what was needed to actually like finance the game by a reasonable margin, let's say twice as much, then put half of it to one side and give that as like, make them sign a contract saying that it's our game, let someone more talented actually make the game while we'll spend the other half on like booze and strippers. Then everyone's a winner.
I like the thing, and then we finally get our game out.
Yeah, we get our game out made by someone better than us. We take all the credit. You can have his name in the credits, and we'll shot some money his way.
Tenner.
Yeah, buy some sweets,
We need to do this.
and then we can just live like kings in the meantime. And then when everyone buys the game, then we can live like kings again.
I'll go on record as being the guy who's being victimised and stuff, and like, you know, oppressed.
Yeah, we made this game about taking the piss out of Michael Fox, and
He's been trying to stop us. He's been trying to oppress
so
us with
yeah,
his
so
legal
we're now
team.
oppressed. We're oppressed for.
So we
Taking the
can't we
piss
can't make the game, but we're going to keep your money. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, bye.
We need more money in our Patreon to fight him.
He's too powerful. He's got the world's best lawyers. We can't stop him.
Have you not seen The Secret of My Success? Oh, God. And here we go again.
So have you seen the PS Plus vote to players back?
Woo!
What's the fucking point?
So
The thing is, right, there's
what 3 games are now are we voting on?
one of them I've actually thought about buying because the name's hilarious and it looks funny. But the games are Action Henk, look shit.
Heard of it, but shit. Yeah.
Assault Android Cactus, and Broforce. Now you know you want to be
Broforce.
Broforce.
Broforce is awesome.
That looks amazing.
I've seen it. I've seen people play it. Imagine think
It reminded me kind of Two Crude Dudes meets Metal Slug X kind. That's
yeah. It's like Metal Slug, Contra, that kind of thing.
I'm sorry to shit on your chips, lads, but is Broforce not a bit misogynistic?
Yeah, very much so. But every time you die, you respawn as a different bro, and they've got different powers and that. But obviously they're all you've got Rambo and and Captain America and I don't know if Captain America's there, but
That sort of shit.
Arnie, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
the kind of game that was cool in the arcades
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
want to see.
yeah.
yeah.
Sounds awesome.
So let's hope Broforce gets the votes. I'm pretty
Well,
sure it will.
it's got my vote.
I'm
I
going to
mean-
vote.
I don't know about you two, but it fucking blows Android Cactus out the water.
Yeah. So you know for a fact it's going to be Android Cactus, and that decision's already made, and that this exercise and voting is just a lie and futile. How the fuck did that other game win last time?
What was it, the Grow Home?
Yeah.
Go home, aye.
What the fuck, man?
No, who voted for that? Who wanted to play that?
You.
This is the thing, right? You voted for Zombie Vikings, I voted for the other thing, but I still didn't vote for Grow Home. I could see that was the clear loser.
I
even
think
though
I
it
think
won.
he voted for Grow Home, but he's
I think he
pretending
did.
he voted for the other one.
I think when he said earlier that he doesn't watch internet porn, I think it's because he masturbates to grow home.
Well, when I said I don't I don't use a service as such. I don't have a laptop or so to watch porn. I've got this thing called a smartphone.
Yeah, but I was just asking you if you could plan on using your Wi-Fi for porn, and you said no.
Well, yeah.
I know this
I also
isn't
live with my girlfriend, so
this isn't
got that
gaming
covered
related,
most
but
of the
you
Well,
need
I
to-
live with mine, but everyone likes to have a cheeky
cheat you on
shifty eye.
you
every
need
now
to
and
see
again.
this.
What do I need to see?
It's not gaming related, but you need to see
Is
it.
it triggering?
No, it's awesome. It's a British burrito. It's roast beef wrapped in a Yorkshire pudding with a dish of dipping gravy.
I don't just need to see that.
I need to eat
I
it.
need to have that.
I found out where the restaurant is that sells it. It's in Halifax. I'm thinking about driving down there one day.
We're going there.
Yes. Back to gaming news.
That is gaming news. That's gaming news.
So the day my internet goes live, Street Fighter 5 is out, so I'm going to get that.
I can't afford it just yet. I am going to get it though.
What's really nice as well is because obviously I'd been hammering Mortal Kombat for a while, which is fine, but it's worlds apart of Street Fighter. And I recently went back to Street Fighter 4 to Ultra, and I realised how fucking difficult the combo system is in terms of timing. So a lot of the stuff's 1 frame links, and the game runs at 30 FPS. So you've got a 15th of a second to time frame window for a lot of these combos. So there are people who can do it. Do it shit hot. Honestly, I'm not good enough to do it. However, Street Fighter 5 has a minimum input buffer of 3 frames. So all of your combos
Work.
are a lot easier to pull off. So it means the barrier to entry for people who are new to the series is going to be lower than what it would have been,
I'm looking forward to
which
it.
is a good thing.
I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, I actually enjoyed that that superhero fighter that was out fairly early on.
Injustice.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it wasn't shit. It
was
wasn't
decent.
amazing.
It's made by NetherRealm Studios, the guys who make Mortal Kombat.
I still need to get Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, me too. I quite fancy that still.
I
But
might
yeah,
pick it up when it
I
comes out
enjoyed
next month.
Injustice. I mean, some of it was shit.
The story was garbage.
Yeah, but the game itself, it was awesome.
What I like about that game is that it made Aquaman not a pussy. Aquaman
isn't. Aquaman
Yeah, I know, but he is, isn't he?
he is the laughing stock of the GLA.
Yeah, but like on that game, he's fucking badass as
I
fuck.
enjoyed Nightwing's Carly. I just liked the fact that it had Carly in a fighting game with Carly in it. I was like buzzing.
Well, if I don't know if you ever played it, I had it. I mean, it was on multi-platform, but I had it on the GameCube. Mortal Kombat: Deadly Alliance, where it was the first one where they had different. Each fighter had different styles, and you had two that were like hand to hand, and one was like weapon based.
Oh yes, no, yeah, I did.
And Sonya Blade, her weapon art was Carly.
That's cool.
So yeah.
So have you seen that Kojima and Guillermo del Toro had to present a keynote address at DICE?
Oh, that's exciting.
I know.
I like the sound of that.
Me too. Considering Kojima was like, I'm never going to work with. No, it was Del Toro said he'd never work with Kojima again because he tried twice and failed.
I think he was joking though, because in the same interview he said everything I touch seems to die.
Yeah.
Like I think he was just having a banter, but that's exciting.
I like how
especially seeing as though Sony have just said to Kojima, "We'll pay you, do what you want."
Have you
That
seen what
was
they've
a
done for
fucking
him though?
smart move.
The two of them about
around the
all
fucking world.
studios.
And so they fucking should.
They took them to Naughty Dog, and Naughty Dog were like, this is how we do motion capture. And then they took them to another studio, and they were like, right, this is
They
how we do
basically
the
went,
voice.
you're a massive creative force, right?
Here's all of
Here's
his best
loads
tools.
of different things to like set your fucking imagination ablaze. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on February the 18th, they will both be addressing the Academy of Interactive Arts and Science.
Is this going to be broadcast on the internet?
I don't know, but I'm kind of hopeful that PT might
RBS.
not PT, but something along the lines of PT.
Let's say a
might come
spiritual successor to PT.
back. Yeah. Even though there's one already being made, it's called Visage. I've actually just sat and watched the trailer whilst you
No,
were
that's not.
talking
That's
about
a bad
it.
80s song.
So the
No,
new,
it's
the
a
new,
band. Fate
Right,
Degree was
that's
the
it.
song.
It's Fate Degree, yeah.
the new Doom's the thing, isn't it?
God's sake.
Well, this is the thing.
Another
Well,
game killed by Bethesda.
well,
Agreed on this one. I
Thank you.
don't like your attitude to Bethesda, young man. I think it stinks. But, yeah, Doom's shit. Doom's shite.
I'm not certain on it.
Mate, I played them. I even bought Callum a copy of like BFG edition of the last one, and honestly,
Doom 3.
it had like the play value of a fucking.
Was the last one made by Bethesda?
Yeah,
Had the play value of a sweaty gym sock.
it was awful.
Because this is the thing. I mean, like
It was shite.
the trailer doesn't look amazing, but I kind of think like my thing was like, well, it is Bethesda. They are pretty good at what they do.
Not always.
No, when are
no.
they ever good at
Look at that one that he liked. That was a pile of shit.
Yes, true.
What do you call it? Fucking
Rage.
pile of shit. That was it.
I wouldn't say I loved it. It
You
was,
fucking botted
it was
it.
Yeah.
alright.
You loved
It
it.
was your favourite thing.
It was you. You told me it was game of the decade.
You like to
Totally
lay it
was.
down on the night and make sweet love to it.
You did,
No,
I.
it isn't.
Me.
Not me, I don't either. You were gay for rage. Gage.
It wasn't so bad, but yeah.
It was appalling.
So have you seen a video of
And what's the other one that I tried to like, and I tried to convince myself I liked?
Fallout 4?
No, no, and it was
Fallout
really
3.
no, and it was really shit.
Wolfenstein.
No, I liked Wolfenstein. It was good. The one where you're a guard for the Queen or something.
Oh god, Dishonored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bag of shite.
Where was she?
Behind my chest of drawers.
Woo!
I knew she wouldn't have gone far.
Fucking sprayed everywhere, like,
Has she?
yeah.
Get
she didn't
in.
want to get picked up, like,
Ha ha ha
I
ha.
had to yank her because she was, like, trying to grip onto the side of the side
Just
of the
for the
cabinet.
listeners who are hearing this, we're
Kaylee's
talk-
had a Yankee snake.
we are talking about a child,
And he was trying to like grip onto something.
and I've had her hid behind the chest of drawers, and now Kaylee's found her.
Should have done as he was fucking told.
Well, I'll have to go
You should-
to another
basically, right.
school and find another child.
At the risk of further alienating any listeners, we do still have. You see how that worked out for Shannon Matthews, didn't you?
Hide and seek champion of Britain.
No, that's Madeline McCann.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Jesus.
So now I've got her in a box.
Good.
A cardboard box.
As opposed to a chest of drawers.
That's nice. Yeah, so there's you know, for considering we had nothing to talk about today, it's been. Do you know what, that Kojima thing's actually made my fucking day. That's made my day. I am still going to get that Metal Gear Solid. I've debated because I was like, no, I want to stand by him, but
Yeah.
I do want to play it. I'm going to play that.
I want to play it because by all accounts,
It's his game.
Buy it
It's his game.
Buy it second hand so they don't get any money.
I'm going to. It's his game, and I love him. I think he's great. So you know, this is exciting. This
and
is
if you get it
exciting.
second hand, you support
Just-
local
just-
businesses. So
yeah,
double
exactly.
win, double win.
Just
As long as it's
imagine.
not Granger Games.
Just imagine. Oh no, I wouldn't support that fucking shower of shit. Just imagine what they're going to do though. What they're going to come up with them two together. That's going to be awesome.
What I've come to realise, like not just while we're on the subject of game shops down the town, is how many different people work for CEX. There's about 15 of them, and the shop's not that big really.
0 hour contracts, man.
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
But there's like, honestly, there's been a few people, they've got a couple of hotties working there, like, there's like a little blondie wearing
Aye,
nose
hang
ring.
on, wait. Marty, he's talking about you.
Yeah, yeah.
Marty, you sexy little bitch.
There's another brunette who's pretty fit as well.
Marty.
Yeah, Marty.
Right. How's hot for Marty?
There's quite a lot of, like so far, it looks like this year is going to be a good year for games, I think.
No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky,
Yeah.
No Man's Sky.
The Division.
I think that's going to be awesome and you need to stop crying.
Have you seen the video about the comparisons of maps between The Division, Fallout 4 and
And
Grand
GTA
Theft Auto?
5?
Yeah.
I saw the article.
I haven't
haven't
seen
read
that.
it.
What's the general... Sum it up for me.
So there's this guy who...
Bigger than Fallout 4, smaller than GTA 5, I bet.
No. Smaller than GTA 5, yes, but GTA 5 isn't as populated
Detailed.
because there's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
big open spaces, but Fallout 4 and The Division are exactly the same size map. He's done it mathematically as well, which was quite clever.
Big enough then.
Yeah, it's a big map, like...
If you think about it, they're obviously going to release some DLC with,
Oh, of
with more
course,
maps,
of course,
so
of
they'll make
course.
it bigger.
Well, you know for a fact that some of it's already being cut. So
Yeah, well,
that's
that's
going to
true.
come
Yeah,
out.
yeah, of
Do you know
course.
what I mean? Like, because this is the thing, it's been cut from the final game because obviously it wasn't finished or some shit,
Yeah.
right? Or it's just been cut for money reasons,
So
whatever.
it's just Manhattan
But
at the minute.
Yeah, but the point is that bit was still, even if it's only half developed, you don't just fucking like throw that shit away. Do you know
No,
what I mean? It's still there. So
I'm hoping they'll release that for free. You know they won't though.
Oh, how are mate? Come off it. I mean, all right, there's a lot of stuff about no paywalls and stuff like that, but remember which developer it is.
So
You're
even
not getting
remember,
shit for
remember
free.
which decade we live in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're getting nothing for free off them cunts. Not a fucking thing.
Just be happy that you got Helldivers for nothing. Take your victory and go away.
I've been watching a video. A group of people made a group in The Division. They've gone into the dark zone and hunted people with bounties. It looks loads of
What do you think the worst game was of last year?
fun. God.
Her story.
What do you think? I'll rephrase that.
What's the worst game you played?
Like platinum title, best, like, you know, supposedly big seller. I've got two. I've got two that I can't pick between.
Any Assassin's Creed last
The
year?
Order was my biggest disappointment.
It's a disappointment, but it wasn't the worst game.
The worst game.
It looked fantastic.
The worst game I played.
It played all right.
Are,
when you
are we
got to play
going
it.
to restrict it to the worst game we played?
Yes.
I've got you beat. Do-do-dum, do-do-dum-dum. Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that
pretty,
was awful.
it's pretty bad.
The one that I didn't play because I thought it was going to be a fucking disaster, and it was a disaster. I don't care what our friend Jason says. I'm so glad I didn't spend any money on it and get it. Evolve.
I'm so glad I got to play the alpha of that because after playing it,
I
said to
remember you saying to me,
It
you
doesn't
were like,
feel
it's
like
not, it's not a platinum game.
Yeah.
Sorry, AAA game. You were saying it's not a fucking good title. You said it was a reasonable £20 game at best.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those things that it looked good and then it just turned out to be shit.
And guess what? How?
It was a polished turd, that's what it was.
Start off with 3 monsters, and then guess what? £15 a monster.
Yeah.
15 fucking quid a monster.
Alright, if you got loads of money, I suppose, and no sense. Not for me, like.
No, it wasn't for me. Battlefield Hardline, sold it and made £3 profit.
Far Cry 3 maybe. No. 3, 4? I don't know.
Far Cry was alright.
It was decidedly average.
Yeah, it was alright. For me, it was a good time killer.
In fact, I'm sticking with Assassin's Creed Unity.
I didn't play it. I won't.
God.
I'll never get any Assassin's Creed ever again. I've walked away.
Well, thing is, I had some credit at CEX. Now what else to get, and I thought, oh, fuck it.
Like, sometimes they're worth a try, aren't they? Like, you pick it up and you think, oh well, at least
You
it's
hope
been
for some,
patched
like,
now
Black
and they'll,
Flag again.
they'll have faces by the time you've got around to playing it. Do you know what I mean? I was reading that online again. I know I wasn't. I was watching another YouTuber. He brought it up on one of his videos about the entitled gamer arguments raging again, and he gave the same analogy that I give, except I always used to talk about a mountain bike. He said a Hoover, and he's like, you don't go to fucking the shop, buy a Hoover, and like get home and like, so look, it's the fucking first day you've had it. Of course, it doesn't work properly. It's not going to work properly for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? And it's like, as soon as we talk about Assassin's Creed, I always think of that. I always think like, fucking hell, here we go. You know, dog shit, pure dog shit, just churning them out. Oh, no.
What was your favourite game last year then?
Oh, fuck.
Witcher 3 for me, I think.
It's a toss up for me between Witcher 3 and Bloodborne.
Fuck.
You can stop masturbating now and just answer the question if you want.
Say this is the thing. If you'd like, I don't know. If you'd asked me 2 weeks into getting Fallout 4, I'd have said Fallout 4. But I think it's weird. It's like normally for me, like I think the mark of a good game is a kind of you get it and it's good, and then it still manages to grow on you even more.
Yeah.
And then like by the end, you're like, that was incredible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I still feel drained. Drained is the
Yeah.
word. I feel like
Like I think Fallout 4 started good and just
Petered
tapered off. Yeah, I wouldn't say it got shit. It stayed the same.
it started strong and then settled into mediocrity.
Yeah.
Witcher 3, you know, I recently rebought it again, started playing again. There's stuff that I'm finding that I never saw first time round,
Yeah.
like quests and shit, and I'm like, fucking hell, how would I miss this?
To be honest, I did have a good meaty game of that. I still haven't got around to playing it again, but I will say this.
You haven't finished it yet, have you?
No, because I lent it to Kieran.
Actually, I haven't finished it yet. I'm only about 5 or 6 hours in. That's what I'm going to play until the internet comes
Well,
on.
I'm about 25, 30 hours in, and I think it's awesome. I think it's incredible. In fact, I'm going to be a bit of a sheeple, and I'm going to agree with you that was the best game for me last year.
I mean, there's probably like this is the thing. One game of the year, and with good reason. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
So what's the disappointment and favourite that you played this year so far?
Favourite Helldivers, woo! See, all World of Tanks, I'm torn. Helldivers.
Helldivers is better than World of Tanks.
Don't be
I
a
can't think
cock
of
all your
anything that
life.
I've played this year really that's been a massive disappointment.
Fallout 4, but that was last year.
Any of the other free player PS Plus games, any of them?
They've all been shit.
I thought you'd quite liked Grim Fandango.
Me?
Oh no, I bought that when
Oh,
it
right.
first came out. Of course I like Grim Fandango.
Yeah.
I liked it on the PS1.
I mean, it was a remaster, like, so I don't even think that counts.
Yeah, it's sometimes when we talk about, like, when I bang on about GTA 5, it's previous to last gen game, really. I still love it, but it's a last gen game. Obviously, on current gen, there's a lot more to it.
Have you seen the new limited edition PlayStation 4?
No,
I'm getting pretty sick of these limited editions.
I don't give a fuck.
It's a PS4 with a Nathan Drake sticker on the top,
Really? Wow,
and that's it.
that sounds amazing.
Like the Star Wars one was a PS4 with a
So-
Darth Vader sticker on it.
If you're gonna be that, why are you bothered?
Because they're not limited, are they? It's a fucking PlayStation.
Well, here's an
with a sticker
idea.
on.
Why don't you buy a PlayStation, buy a fucking Nathan Drake sticker,
I don't want a Nathan Drake sticker. My point
sell
You're clearly
the
crying.
PS4
You're
with the
clearly
Nathan Drake
crying
sticker.
about like everyone else having a Nathan Drake sticker and you not.
the only good limited edition PS4
I'll-
is the 20th anniversary.
We'll go and
edition
see Callum. We'll get him to mass produce fuck tons of Nathan Drake
Yeah.
stickers in different colours, and we'll stick a bomb his fucking car to bits.
No, but not even that though. If you can get the same decal as on the top of that, right? Get Calton mass produce them, right? I've got a bit of money lying around. I'll buy 5 PS4s, right? I'll sell them on eBay for a markup. With the markup, just keep doing that. Make a fuck ton of money, profit at the end. There you go. That would be our hustle.
Good little cotton business we were
Yeah.
on there. We good.
Everyone needs a hustle.
That's right. Nathan
No, I
Drake
thought our
stickers.
hustle was going to be the Kickstarter.
Nathan Drake stickers, man. That's where it's at.
Best
Look,
game related.
look at how badly you want a Nathan Drake sticker now.
I'm clamming for
Just
one.
because someone
Clamming.
else has got one. Just look at it. It's ridiculous.
Best game related hustle I ever pulled off was between Asda and CEX, and it was when
Was that when you were buying loads of Call of Duties and
Yeah,
selling them for a
Black
profit?
Ops 2. First, what was it, Black Ops 2? Yeah, it would have been Black Ops 2. And Asda had a thing going where if you bought any game, if you bought Black Ops 2, you could get any other game free with it. And online, your free game could be Black Ops 2. So essentially, you got 2 copies for 45 quid. So obviously, then CEX was buying them second hand for 35 quid each.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so I bought like 10 copies. And like got like 10 free ones and then sold them all to CEX and made like 140 quid profit.
Nice.
It's good work, isn't it?
Good work.
I was quite proud of him when he did that.
Don't know if you remember many years ago, probably about 13 years ago, when the first Xbox was out, Asda had a policy of we don't need to see your receipt. You know, we'll give you your cash back or your whatever.
I've took stuff back to Asda that I didn't buy there.
Yeah, same here. So what we do is
Who was it that got Bejeweled 3?
Oh, that
Instead of
was Ben.
Battlefield?
That was our Ben.
I
That was
just
our Ben.
remember that was brilliant.
That was our Ben.
Get on, what the fuck?
I didn't get it on, to be fair. He checked it in the car and we went straight back round and sorted it. But, like, fucking hell, yeah, that was brilliant. But I've done that. I've had, like, broken stuff that I've just been in and bought this last week.
what we used to do is buy a game, take it home, put it on the Xbox, copy it to the Xbox hard drive, take it back, swap it, get every game we could, and then just get our money back.
Yeah.
I once did the same in Argos. I took a broken fucking Sega Saturn. No, not Saturn. Dreamcast. I bought a new one, swapped it around for the old broken one, took it back and went, don't work. Got my money back.
My sister does shit like that all the time, but like when she buys stuff online, she makes sure that when it gets delivered, she's not in, so they leave it on the doorstep. Then she comes home, takes it inside, tells them she's never got it, gets refunded. Well, I say it all the time. She doesn't do it all the time because she'd get caught, but every now and again when she's skinned and she goes, oh, I really want that dress or something.
Thank you.
I've got no more.
I got no more.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.